We'll begin the tour here inside of the bunker turned dojo, and inside of the dojo we built the dry dock, which we then exit into, and that is where we built the ship. The ship took us off of Mars, went around Jupiter, over to Saturn where we won the big race. After Saturn we went to Pluto. After Pluto we went looking for the forest and honey. The ship here isn't exactly as I'd like it. That there was a shot of the dewdrop on the lily pad in the oasis, the center of the Dune Sea, at the top of the world, surrounded by the mountains afar, and the mists are the... oh, what are they? The Eternal Mists? Something along those lines. Here in the Dewdrop House, I had the boys, I think, for a summer. And it was a good time. The glass is meant to be a bubble around the house, and there's water on top of it, and that's also supposed to be part of it, being representative of a bubble. We're going to pull back and you're going to see the desert, and then we will travel across the desert, though it is not rendered because I have to build it block by block. And then there's the mountains afar. We get to the edge, and here is the twin Chaos Walnut Tree house. 35 steps up, I counted them. And we go into the house, and this is where, again, the boys were with me, I believe, for a summer. Or maybe it was just a week at a time here. There wasn't really a lot of space for us. Details from this rendering are missing. It is basically just a sketch so that I can get these places in some kind of 3D format to tour and show off. The representations are rather accurate to the places that we were living. And so down this hill, and there would be the mists. We'll see those here in a moment. There's the mists down at the bottom, and forest stretching into the horizon. We'll leave there, and we will go through the forest to the cottage with 3 windows, where Barnabas and others lived, and I stayed at for, I think, over a year. This is much changed from its time in the meadow. It was pulled in to make the new forest after the forest had burned and got drawn into the black hole, and it was quiet for some time. This is the rain hut, rain house, rain shed. I call it the concubine shed. There's garage, nothing inside of it at the moment. Again, details missing, but for the most part accurate. It might be kind of big. It all looks just as if you were touring with a video camera in these places. That's the demon inside of the avocado tree and the spa. Here is the land sub that I stayed in. I had taken it down from the treehouse to get here through the forest, through the mists. Here we are at the Katrin Nightingale airship. I flew over the forest after turning the land sub into it, or at least materials. There was a moment a couple years ago, from now making the video, where the boys' room caught on fire. They weren't in it, and I was sleeping in my room at the time. We managed to put it out. Didn't do a lot of physical damage, but we did lose a lot of objects, their armor, other stuff that was in the room that, though didn't harm us, was a loss nonetheless. Here's my mead making room. This is the boys' room right here. And back to the top of the ship. That'd be the Vicky and the other little trooper. We'll watch that fly into the night. We do end up crashing, which we should see here in just a moment. As we fly off, we'll transition into a comic panel. Katrin Nightingale descended into the trees, never to rise again. And there we are crashed, and here we are coming up to the wreck that we lived in for some time. I only just got this done today. I built it over the last couple. Getting it in place for this video, showing how far we've come into this new forest. And that's tangle vines there on the side, the whole area being held down. We'll transition into the forest. Here we are coming up. I toured, while we were in the ship, I toured with my mobile tavern. Here we are in the mobile tavern. I was in this for a little while, looking for a new place that I could set it up and take the boys with me to. And that is here where I built it out of brick. Oh yeah, here I built it, this is wood. And I should probably change it to brick since it is brick. But there's the sign for 8 Pints Tavern. You saw the spider at the other one at the mobile. And we're here today, working on our shuttlecraft to get back into space. And we're having a good time. It's a trying time. And we have in each other, and that's what's important.